did number 2.
Not just a pair, but a pack. Demonkin with no business treading the hells. Seems they had sights on a Palerion, one of Zariel's spies. At least, until I caught their eye. I wasn't the hunter anymore. I was the hunted, and they were the first to land a blow. Hoof to the back left a right nasty scar. Good thing for me, I'd learned every Goristro's weakness. They're dumb as bugbears on a bender. Throw something shiny, and they'll chase it. Tossed a handful of gold pieces, and they scattered. A flurry of arrows dropped them before they could grab a single coin. Slit their necks for good measure. The damn things may be stupid, but they're sturdy, and I wasn't in the mood for nasty surprises.
Yeah, nasty surprises sound bad.
She's kept herself hidden, the wily arsehole that she is. But turns out, there's a way I could find her. I'm in contact with a diabolist out in Kalimshan, an expert on devils and their infernal tricks. And she's got some thoughts about my old sending stone of an eye. If my patron could use it to track me, we might be able to track her. Or so the theory goes. We meet in a 10-day. If the diabolist's right, the eye could lead me right to Mazora. It's past time her old pet gets to sink in his fangs. I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. I won't lie. Losing the Eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to. Nothing but void, where once there was hellfire. So I stoked new fires in myself, using the lessons my father once taught me. The Blade of Avernus is a ranger, a hunter of the most hellish prey. Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Half a dozen wine bottles.
Recipe unlocked.
Thought we had that recipe anyways. Or am I just thinking things?
It truly is splendid to see everyone gathered together again, if only for a night. I hope the sun does not make haste to rise on us. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them.
It's so
The
good
old
to be
masonry
back,
of
isn't it?
Moonrise Towers and Brightwind
Oh,
have
it
been
smells like-
repurposed into new homes. And the land is
home.
rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
This is nice. Yes. I think that's the
Do you
right
see Will
word
in the
for it.
background there dancing?
My greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children
I
have
see
been
him over
fooled
here,
if
and he
fate had
takes
any
out a
right to
goblet,
cast
he
them.
takes a drink
And
from it,
yet
and then he
they've
starts
gone on
dancing.
as resilient as
It's like,
anything in nature.
Good song.
I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Daniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demanded. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago.
Oh Lord.
I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oak Father's creations. must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned. On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
God damn. Been a long day for me. Alright, I think all we got left is Withers, right? Alright, Withers, my boy. What do you got?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate. Until such time it requires saving again. This one night is like any other, and yet how dost thou feel? Different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate. Until such time it requires... I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
Wow, hold on. That was a lot of freaking ones there. Save the realm, destroy the absolutes once for all. Finish the game with a heartfelt thank you. Aww. All's well that ends well achievement. Finish the game with a heartfelt thank you from Valerian Studios is the actual achievement. then Morphus. Make the ultimate sacrifice. Become a mind flayer to defeat the Nether Brain. I always like to I love to let the credits roll and then just have a talk about the game as a whole to everybody that's either watching or going to be watching.
Sad.
Now, what do you have anything you want to say, Foxy, about the game?
That was probably one of the best games I've played.
I will tell you, coming from someone who has played Larian's previous game, Divinity Original Sin 2, this game, I can't wait to actually see what Larian now has in store. I hope they actually do a Divinity 3 in this style. This has kind of shown me that Larian is ready to go on to the next stage. Larian is definitely one of the better game studios out there now. I originally thought when I did my Witcher playthrough, I did play Witcher 1, Witcher 2, Witcher 3, and I did all of the DLC of Witcher 3. I was like a CD Projekt Red person. I loved it. I loved the idea of what CD Projekt Red was. Then Cyberpunk happened. And then you started hearing the stuff that happened with it and all the other things about that. And I was like, okay, I have the game. I still yet to play it. I do want to play it. I just haven't had the time to play it. It is a single player game. But by playing Witcher 3, I then, I have my wonderful friend Magalos that I played, and also Midnight, if Midnight is still here. The three of us, we played Divinity Original Sin 2.
I have both those on my wish list.
Divinity Original Sin 2 and Divinity Original Sin?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I already own Divinity. I own both, but I'm probably gonna buy Divinity.
I know, remember we started playing?
Yeah. But I'm probably gonna rebuy Divinity Original Sin 2 on Steam, because right now I have it on GOG. So it makes things a little bit more difficult. But when I started playing the Divinity series, because I started with Magalos, because Divinity Original Sin 1 is only 2-player multiplayer, while Divinity Original Sin 2 is 2 to 4 people multiplayer. When I finished Divinity Original Sin 1, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go into the second one. And I already knew who I wanted to play with Divinity Original Sin 2. I already knew kind of an idea of what I wanted to play. Based on what I had already done in Divinity Original Sin. Because Magalos, by the end of Divinity Original Sin 2, he freaking one-shot the boss at the end of the game. He literally got so overpowered that he one-shot the boss. He one-turn one-shot it.
Now I'm trying to figure out where all my screenshots went.
I wonder if it's doing like it did before. Remember you found them in the Xbox one? So when I played Divinity Original Sin 2, I fell in love with Divinity Original Sin 2. And I mean, when I say I fell in love, I fell in love. That game alone, that is probably the only game I had 3 playthroughs going on at the same time as I was streaming it. I literally had my stream playthrough. I had a personal playthrough, and I had a tactician honor run playthrough that I'd done multiple times to try to do. I've never finished a honor run yet in Divinity Original Sin 2, and that's something I do want to do. That is something that you really have to know the game inside and out. You have to know when to pick your fights, how to pick your fights, how to actually, you know, make sure to get people up and alive to make sure that you aren't going to die, how to utilize the NPCs to your advantage, and other things like that. But when I heard that Larian got Baldur's Gate 3, I have never played Baldur's Gate 2. I was like, I don't care. This is Larian Studios. They did Divinity Original Sin 2. One of the best RPG games that I had played up to that time. When I heard that they were doing Baldur's Gate 3, where they were going to take their own unique system and actually applying it to actual real D&D stuff, even though I've never played D&D, I was like, I'm ready to actually learn D&D. Even though I still probably don't know how to play D&D even after playing this game. And I have been so thoroughly satisfied with this game. This game has been so good. And it really makes me wish they would go back and do a remastered Divinity Original Sin and a remastered Divinity Original Sin 2 with Baldur's Gate 3 style. I would love it. I would love it. And I think, because I know there's a lot of people out there who have played Baldur's Gate 3 and was like, oh, let's check out Larian's other games. So they've gone back and checked out Divinity Original Sin 2 and seen the storytelling that got them Baldur's Gate 3. And then they're like, we want more Divinity. But whatever Larian has in store, I think Foxie can agree with me. Whatever game that is, if it has multiplayer, we are playing that together. But yes, everything about Larian Studios, the owner, CEO, I think it's CEO, Sven, that's his name. He's Sven. Sven is a crazy guy, but he's also passionate. He is for the experience. He is for the love of the game, the passion of the game, everything that people loved about CD Projekt Red before CD Projekt Red decided to start going more public and asking for funding and asking for investments and stuff like that. Larian Studios is literally just about the game. They are about themselves. That's all they are. They don't go out and get funding. The only way they get the funding is they do it just like what they did here at Baldur's Gate 3. They did a Kickstarter. What?
I found them.
You found them.
My screenshots.
Where were they? OBS? In the OBS folder? Weird. But and the model that they do, where they do the early access, they get players involved, where they get feedback, and they do everything like that, has been so successful. You just look at Baldur's Gate 3 now. Imagine what's gonna happen now that players know Larian Studios, and whatever game that comes next, I hope it does just as well as Baldur's Gate 3. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is a big name, and Larian Studio was a studio that not many people knew of. But the people who knew Larian Studio, and they were like, yes, this is going to be a good game. And then there was the people that's like, this is Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to play Baldur's Gate 3. And then there was the people that's like, okay, this is an RPG game. I'm going to play an RPG game. But then there was those people that were like, wait, this is this big game. This is a big game that's coming out. Well, I mean, I'll give it a try. And they fell in love with it. The story, everything about it has just been exactly what people have enjoyed about this game. The freedom of play. Come on. Who can say that they can just literally throw health potions on the ground and heal themselves? We never even got to do barrelmancy.
I still have so many achievements not unlocked.
Oh yeah, there are so many things that you can do in this game. There are two that will probably never be able to, there's one that's probably never going to get done because it's so difficult to do. And that's an honor mode playthrough. You want to know what an honor mode playthrough is? Playing with one life. If you get the game over screen, your save file deletes. And there's only one quick save file. There's only like one save file as well. So you can't do like what we've done where it's like, you know, quick load, reload, and all this other stuff. And this game was really, really good. I have loved it. It's basically Larian Studios being Larian Studios. I will love Larian Studios for being exactly who they are. They let you have the freedom and the creativity of playing the game. I like it. I really want... Who is Withers? I really want to know who Withers is, like in Dungeons and Dragons lore, if there is anything about Withers.
Hey.
Nice screenshot there, baby.
Oh.
Okay, so Withers. Oh, we're gonna get more on that here in a bit.
Look at that one.
Oh, it's so beautiful. This game is beautiful. The graphics and everything is just so beautiful.
Oh.
I love the dragon shots. So there is a short scene after the credits. Oh wow, that's just as the nether brain is exploding. That was heck of a screenshot there, baby.
I wish I could put them on the thing on Steam, but they don't have a place for you to put screenshots.
There may be a way. I'll have to see it. I'll have to check here in a second.
I got some really good ones I'd like to put on there. That being one of them. Look at that one.
Oh, splashing into the water just before explosion. Like I said, this game is beautiful.
Hey,
Oh, wow. The chasm shot. That's a good one.
I like that one.
Oh, taking the final, giving the final command. Yeah, that's a good one too. There are so many good shots that you can get in this game. Oh, go back to that, oh, that's the undead dragon that we had to kill underneath. God, I can't remember his name. But that was the... Oh man, that was so crazy of a fight. Like, oh God, we gotta kill a dragon! An undead dragon at that. Remember that? Well, that was a pins and needle fight. That literally came to the last second. Oh. It is flipping nuts.
That was when we first started.
No, that's still actually late game because of the statue. The statue was gotten in Baldur's Gate in Act 3.
Oh, I got more screenshots somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that...
Hey,
Oh, right before they actually fuse. There are several things that I would love to actually see coming through.
I got some really good screenshots.
I mean, I know that Larian is very much anti... I will tell you this, Larian is very much anti-DLC. I do love that about them. They'd rather have the game stand on its own than to actually, like, let things go. Or like, oh, we have more story to tell and we're gonna make you pay for it. They are very much anti-DLC. I am perfectly fine with that. I do like that they have that integrity. But I also do like that they actually let the community also add stuff to it. And sometimes some of the stuff that the community has added, they have actually implemented as like legit mods that they have put in as extra features for the game that you can turn on or off.
That'd be a good background. Do you read it? We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right, and so are you.
Oh, that could be such a good emotional one too.
I got you.
I find it interesting that it actually, because of my, how many people? Oh.
Did you read it?
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh, us first getting into Avernus.
Hey,
Hmm? Oh, you got the ducky!
I
You
did.
got the ducky! She got the ducky, everybody. She got the duck. She got the duck. You got the see you later, darling. See you later, darling. You know what I think I'm gonna try to do, baby? You want to know what I'm gonna try to do?
Huh.
I'm gonna find that part of the recording, and I'm actually gonna make that a sound clip for my soundboard. See you later, darling. Because, I mean, these are fun.
For real?
We really ought to do a monk. We really ought to do a monk playthrough, too, at some point. Itch, itch, itch. Draggy has some freaking insect bites on his freaking foot. Yeah, I will sing praises about this game. I will sing praises about Larian Studios. Heck, Foxie here can tell you, we got to have a we got to see the man behind the voice of Asterion. And your Draggy here actually got up and asked the man a question. Because I basically told him, it's like, hey, I've been a long time Larian fan. I've enjoyed Divinity Original Sin. I've been still loving playing Baldur's Gate 3. The one thing I gotta ask for you is, like, if you were ever asked by Larian Studios to voice a character, just outright asked for whatever project coming forward, would you do it? And he goes, well, you know, normally they have, you know, you have to audition, all that stuff, but he basically said, if they told me that I was Goblin holding a stick in the corner, he would do it, for the simple reason that he loved working with Larian. He loved all of the process of what they did in making Baldur's Gate 3. And that should tell you a lot. He loved the creativity that he was allowed to do. He also loved the creativity of the stories. He said he didn't need to do too much changing at all because the story writing was so good. He didn't have to do any improv. That is so good. And I'm now reading all of these messages from the developers to various different peoples. Oh, thanks to Bibby, my parrotlet, for animating my scrums during work from home. That's kind of hilarious to read. To my parents and friends, to my mom and dad, it was trouble, but here we are. All these thank yous from the developers to their family, friends, and other people. My boy Wilhelm Inc. begin. Thank you to my wife Caroline for supporting our life-changing move so I can work at this company on this dream project. All of these are just so... Oh, there's someone that's made a comment with DOS 2. Of course, it's in a foreign language I don't understand. Victor for being my gaming brother with or without a parachute. To my everything Darth Godlike. Thanks to my parents for supporting my weird career choices. To my COTS that have put me in DMing them for 4 years and counting. To my friends and fellow wizards for staying connected 3,000 miles away. Oh my god. Oh my god. Reading some of these messages, folks, it's making your little draggy here just so emotional. My praise and total devotion to coffee. To Rachel for being my everything. I got home late. To the Hermit Squad for having my back on Discord every evening. To my family for encouraging me to go for my dream job. To my old friends, classmates, and lecturers of DT 508 game design class of 2019. Wow, 2019, and he gets a job working on Baldur's Gate 3.
To my dad, I brought home a Sega Mega Drive.
Oh, wow. My dog Oliver, who helped final the game by begging for food in the kitchen and barking at playtesters. To my 3 cats, Doris, Alice, and Juliet, I love you so much. To my late dad, thank you for your passion. Wow.
My dog Oliver, who helped final the game by begging for food in the kitchen and barking. Oh yeah, you just read that one.
Yeah. To my girlfriend Mary and my sons Kyo and Haru.
And my dog Lily, I will make it up to you.
To my wife Anne for holding ground during the times I wasn't home, for understanding my hardships and giving me my space where bandwidth was needed. To my wonderful girlfriend Olga for all the love and support. To my husband and parents that helped mop up the blood, sweat, and tears. God, these thank yous are something else. I mean, some of them are simple, just names, but some of them are just, without a doubt. Oh. To my beloved mother who will depart from this world, who will soon depart from this world, may you finally find peace and contentment. Thank you for your patience. I didn't catch it all, but I screenshot that because I wanted to read that. To the 3 most beautiful girls in the world, Trees, Anna, and Bonnie. Who names their daughter Trees? Yes, who are you here for? I'm here for my daughter Trees. Is my daughter Trees here? In remembrance of. Oh no. Oh, so these are people that have been lost during this time, which includes also animals too. Baldarian babies. How many babies? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Probably more than that, but at least 36 Baldarian babies and mixtures of fur babies and real babies. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's sadness, but it's also hearts at the same time, because it's a deep love that these folks gave for this game. With some of what was read there. Oh. I mean, heck, the one was just out of freaking game dev school, and he freaking joined Larian Studios. $2.5 million early access players. You for playing this game, supporting us, and sharing our love for classic RPGs. Here's the scene.
There thou art, the dead 3. Thy faces gods, thy thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of vain, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Okay, so I looked that up a bit. Apparently, that's a reference to him being one of these old ancient gods of death that literally struck names of gods from his book that he felt were unworthy until he was finally put to rest. His name was Jurgle. And let me look up Jurgle now. Since now we're... Jurgle in D&D is a god of the dead, and he is bound by the judgment of another god, Helm, to assist players with past He's also known as the Final Scribe, the Lord of Bones, the Lord of the End of Everything, and many other names, and was the god for eons until the rise of the Dead Three.